Welcome back to the happy, well-run gas refinery with a completely secure, competent chief and absolutely no foam or parasitic weed problems. This is episode 49 of the Dudley Simpson Is Doctor Who project. No, I am not a maintenance controller invading your kitchen. Neither short and fat, nor tall and thin. I am perhaps a satisfying mix of the two. After commencing my subset of new transcriptions from Season 5's Fury from the Deep and cleaning off all the foam from the last episode, we move on to a much more familiar piece from this story, and one that challenged my arranging skills. As mentioned in the last episode, a significant portion of the soundtrack from this story exists. Amongst those tracks is one that has enjoyed commercial release for many years, joining tracks like Dover Castle and The Fish People. It's a comic and sinister, and later downright terrifying portrayal of two characters, Mr. Oak and Mr. Quill, who are some of the first to be taken over by the weed creature. They surreptitiously obstruct and sabotage activities at the refinery, and in one horrific scene, overpower another character, giving them over to the weed's control. The theme heard in this track is heard several times in the story in various musical guises, so naturally I had to track all those down and create a suite from them. Also part of this suite are two so-called stings, which are very short musical punches. The opening music, a close variation of the released track, comes from episode 2, where Oak and Quill have insinuated themselves into the Harris's quarters, despite Maggie's dazed protests. She has already been stung by some weed. Under the pretense of a kitchen inspection, Oak and Quill open a door to the Harris's patio, allowing weed and foam to slowly flow into their house. The concluding moments of this music, with its heartbeat chords, connect to a longer variation from episode 1. Somebody, probably Quill, but we cannot see for sure, is emptying oxygen tanks in a storeroom. Victoria, meanwhile, is secretly exploring the refinery compound for herself, but upon hearing someone approach, steals into the oxygen store. The saboteur slips out and locks her in. As she tries to pick the lock, the saboteur opens a vent inside the store which will, later in the episode's cliffhanger, disgorge foam and weed into the room. The climax of my arrangement is the released track, very similar to the opening music, but highlighted by a relentless accelerando and crescendo. This music supports the scene later in episode 2, where Oak and Quill enter Maggie's bedroom and exhale gas from their mouths, which renders her unconscious. This scene is universally considered one of the most frightening of the classic series. For this one, you might want to get behind the sofa. Try to enjoy the dark comedy of this gruesome twosome, Mr. Oak and Mr. Quill. Please emerge from behind the sofa and allow me to thank you for watching episode 49, part 1 of the Dudley Simpson is Doctor Who project. Next time, of course, I'll talk all about this crazy piece. Thanks so much to my wonderful and resilient and fearless Patreons who make these videos happen and see these videos first. Patreon.com/Jess Jurkovic to join. Don't worry if you can't regularly contribute. I'm most pleased to receive anything you're willing to give. Go to ko-fi.com/Jess Jurkovic to leave a tip of your choice. Subscribe, like, share, and comment on YouTube as well, and I'll see you next time.